now, so let us say a force is acting. So the force of 20 newtons is acting at an angle 30 degrees with x-axis, and this one is y. So in such a case, so what is so here x component, it is making angle 30 degrees with x-axis. So fx is equal to 20 cos 30 degrees. So I told you that it is making angle 30 degrees with x-axis. So it is 20 cos 30 degrees. And this value is 17.32 newtons. So then what is y component? Okay. So the y component is 20 sine 30 degrees. Y component is 20 sine 30 degrees. And this becomes 10 newtons. So in this case, so when we see at the direction, so this one is plus and this is also plus. So both these values are positive. And now if we consider the same thing here, so F is equal to 20 newtons, and so this makes an angle 30 degrees with this y-axis or vertical line here. So in this case, so this is x direction and this one is y direction, and these two directions are taken as positive. And now the fx and fy, because this makes angle 30 degrees with y-axis, so fy becomes 20 cos 30 degrees, whereas fx becomes 20 sine 30 degrees. This becomes 20 sine 30 degrees. So that means this is equal to 10 newtons, whereas this one will become 17.32 newtons. So you observe this example carefully. So I have taken the same magnitude, but it is making angle with x-axis in one case and y-axis in another case. So when it is making angle 30 degrees with x-axis, fx becomes the force followed by here force multiplied by cos 30 degrees. Fy becomes 20 sine 30 degrees. And in both cases, so these are positive. So the force lies in the first quadrant, and so according to the directions we have taken, the fx and fy both are positive. And one more example here is, sometimes for a force, let us say if you have taken a force F, so the F is equal to 20 newtons, and in such a case, let us say slope is given like this. So that means in this case, angle is not given. So then, so we should find out this theta. So this theta value and this theta value will be same. So now the tan theta is equal to 3 by 4. Tan theta is equal to 3 by 4, and theta is equal to tan inverse 3 by 4. So this becomes 36.86 degrees. So whenever a slope of a particular force is given here, and we know from trigonometry basics, the tan theta is equal to 3 by 4, theta is 36.86. That means it is equal to, so this force F is equal to 20 newtons, and this angle is now 36.86 degrees. So because it makes angle 36.86 with x-axis, so fx is equal to 20 cos 36.86 and fy is equal to 20 sin 36.86, and both are positive here. And now, so this value so becomes 16 newtons, and the another one is 12 newtons. So these are the values and both are positive. So whenever a slope notation is given like this, that means y length and x length is given, we can find the angle, then we can resolve the force into its components fx and fy. And other way here is, one more way here is, so if you're taken the same force, let us say F is equal to 20 newtons, F is equal to 20 newtons here, and now this y length, this is given as 3 and 4, and we can also find this length of this hypotenuse. So this becomes root over 3 square plus 4 square, so this value becomes 5. And now we know, so this angle is, let us say, theta, this is also theta here. So from this one, we know that cos theta is equal to, here cos the adjacent side by hypotenuse, so this is 4 by 5. 4 by 5. Similarly, the sin theta, that is opposite side by hypotenuse here, so this one is 3 by 5. So now we know that fx is equal to f cos theta, because it makes angle with x-axis. Now this is equal to 20. We know the cos theta value directly, 20 into 4 by 5. So here, so this becomes 16 newtons. And similarly, so when you have taken fy value, and this becomes f sin theta, this becomes f sin theta, and this is equal to 20 into, so from this right angle triangle, sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse here. So 20 into 3 by 5, this becomes 12 newtons. So that means, so whenever a slope notation is given here, so you can find x and y components in two ways. The first, finding the angle and going with the values. In the second case, so you can find out the cos theta and sin theta and substituting those values, so in fx and fy. So with this particular knowledge, so we solve a problem of resultant in a coplanar concurrent force system. So when more number of forces are acting here, so what is to be done here is how to find a resultant of a coplanar concurrent force system. So in such a case, so what are the various steps? The first step is, so all the forces, all the given forces, so all the forces are to be resolved into its components. So this one is the first step here. So all the forces are to be resolved into its components. So that means, so the F is to be divided into its components along x and y axis. This is the first step. The second thing here is, after finding its components like f1x, f2x, f3x, f4x, so on, and f1y, f2y, f3y, f4y, so on, we should find the algebraic sum of the x components. So sigma fx is equal to, so f1x plus f2x plus f3x and so on. It depends upon the given number of forces. And the third thing here is, we should also find the algebraic sum of the y components. This becomes f1y plus f2y plus f3y and so on. And the fourth one here is, once you know the sigma fx and sigma fy, you can find the magnitude of resultant. Magnitude of resultant. So the magnitude of resultant is given by r is equal to, so root over sigma fx square plus sigma fy whole square. So in this way we can find the magnitude and direction of magnitude of the resultant here. And the fifth one here is, you can find the direction of resultant. Direction of resultant r. So here this is given by tan theta is equal to sigma fy by sigma fx. So from this we can find out theta. The theta is equal to tan inverse, so this sigma fy by sigma fx. So these are the steps that are to be followed for finding the resultant of the given force system. So first, all the forces are to be resolved into its components. That means f1 into f1x, f1y, f2 into f2x, f2y, so on. And the second one is, you should find the algebraic sum of the x components, that is sigma fx. The third step here is, you should find the algebraic sum of the y components, that is sigma fy. The magnitude of the resultant can be calculated here by r is equal to root over sigma fx square plus sigma fy square. And then we can find the direction of the resultant. The tan theta is equal to sigma fy by sigma fx. So theta is equal to tan inverse sigma fy by sigma fx. So this way we can find out the resultant. So in the next class, so we solve a problem, so based upon this procedure. So I wish you all the best and thank you.